Did I bring the hard drive?
I don't know. Did you?
Oh boy,
We'll figure it out.
I think I did.
We're in this for the long haul, right?
There you go. Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's the review. My name is Paul.
Ho, ho, ho. I'm Santa Ben.
And now you have a sweatshirt to prove it.
Ho, ho, ho.
It's not that kind of podcast. We have a guest with us for this festive episode, Taylor Harris. Hello, Taylor.
Hello.
Taylor is a talent agent for all sorts of great folks of all sorts of ages. And Taylor is joining us for our program. It is a movie review podcast. Movies must be 7 years old or older, not part of any major franchise. Question, is this part of a franchise?
I have seen the sequel, but we do permit first in franchises.
We do sometimes. It's also a special occasion because it's for the holidays.
True. It is a holiday helping.
It is. And Taylor, did you know that there's a sequel to this called My Summer Story?
Well, yeah, I think Ralphie is the main character in that, right? Still? He's just much older.
And it's Kieran Culkin.
And there's another sequel called A Christmas Story.
That I knew about.
Okay.
That one I did know about too.
The Kieran Culkin thing was totally news to me.
I had no idea until this moment, actually.
Crazy. Well,
Taylor.
we brought it in. It's less than 2 hours and 22 minutes.
It's true. Yeah.
Good to go. It's seasonal. It's ripe. It's ready.
Taylor, thank you so much for being here. It's so nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me.
Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor.
Would you like to talk a little bit about you and what you do for a moment?
Yeah, that'd be great. So I am a Oregon native. Worked for a couple different talent agencies across Oregon for almost 20 years. And I opened my own agency a couple years ago. Represent kids anywhere from 6 months all the way up to senior retirement. So I get a pretty broad range of different kinds of jobs and a lot of different film work. And I think, this movie in particular is a good, it kind of showcases kids to senior retirement and how funny and different and natural they can be, especially when they're kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Intergenerational friendships are important.
Behold,
Yes,
the
I agree.
ravages of age.
Intergeneration, the father and the mother and the sons and
Oh, the father and the
and
mother. Yeah.
they have friends and they have two friends. It's good though.
Yeah, it is good. Well, here we are for the holidays all together talking about A Christmas Story, which Taylor brought to us, if they hadn't figured that out yet.
Did they shoot their eye out?
You gotta shoot your eye out, maybe.
It might be more difficult if you shot your eye
You
out.
might want to shoot your ears out if you keep listening to us. So what you been doing, huh?
What you been doing? What you been doing?
Me?
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Taylor first because I just met Taylor and I want to know
Me
what
too.
you've been doing.
Okay, sure. So Thanksgiving just happened, right? So I
Yeah.
just made 3 different pies in a very small apartment.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Homemade
I'm
pie.
they are, yeah, homemade full-size pie and hand pies. So I decided to not go easy on
Oh.
myself and tried to, do the unspeakable in a tiny apartment kitchens, and it happened, and I made it work.
What are
Jesus.
what are hand pies?
Oh,
Like-
like,
Stoner pies?
I mean, I'm sure they'd be delicious if you're high, but little hand pies, like Pop-Tarts.
Okay, yeah. When I was in
Yeah.
high school, we called those stoner pies. Am I wrong? Like the ones you
Yeah.
buy at Safeway or at a grocery store, they were like
Hostess, cream filled.
yeah, or lemon curd or
Yeah.
yeah.
They had
Yeah.
pudding or yogurt in them. What flavors? What did you do a pumpkin? Did you do fruit? What'd you do?
I decided to do a side hustle and worked at a bakery for 2 years.
Mm.
And they did a lot of those stoner pies that you're talking about. They did ones with lemon curd in them. And so I kind of replicated one that I made at that pie bakery. And
Ooh,
it was blueberry hand pie with maple bacon on the top.
that sounds good.
I could go for one of those right
Delicious.
now.
Yeah, it's got the savory and the sweet.
This
Very good.
episode is actually brought to you by Stoner Pies. So
Thank goodness.
so Paul's gonna get his
Oh
fill.
man. I like to make a bacon laced cinnamon roll for Christmas.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
say
Savory-
more.
Yeah. First time it's ever happened. Lisa, will you say some less? Is normally said.
No, I want you to speak more now.
Savory and sweet though, Taylor. We're on
Yeah.
the same page with that. Get that little hit of salt.
Did you make a turkey?
I didn't personally, that's never my task. I'm in charge of the sweets.
Okay.
And I feel like if I have something salty, then I need something sweet. So combining them kind of completes the package.
Mm.
That's a lot of pie. Did you have a lot of individuals to feed pie, or did you just have a lot of leftover pie?
Both.
They don't have to be mutually exclusive.
That's true.
No, they don't have to do one or the other. It's definitely a lot.
That's true. I love pie.
So,
Yeah.
Sam, are we all pie people over cake? Because this is an argument.
3.14159, baby.
Oh. Pie day.
I like both. I'm
Yeah,
that
I mean, I like
weirdo.
pie. I like both too.
Is it delicious free sugar?
Yeah.
Are you handing it to me?
Is it a
Sounds good.
confectionery that I will enjoy?
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds excellent.
Yeah.
My dad makes the best pecan pie I've ever had in my life.
You were telling us that, and your mom makes pumpkin pie? Did I make that up?
You made that up.
Oh, okay.
She can't make much of anything.
Oh, okay. I made that up. I had
You
candy.
might have to cut that out.
If only she listened.
Well, this has become therapy. Stoner Pies brought to you by therapy. Or therapy brought to you by Stoner Pies. I don't know.
Something to think about. Sounds like a good form of therapy. Ben,
Oh, me.
what have you been doing?
I did some cooking as well for over the holidays. We get into more holidays, but what I really have been doing is I've been writing a lot. Writing, I'm in the final couple weeks of my course. This semester, I'm in grad school, so this semester of grad school is coming to a conclusion. So I'm working on that final, and I've also been working on my next adaptation, the next play that I'm writing.
Oh, very cool.
And that's kind of taken a lot of my free time suddenly, and I'm very good at productive procrastination. That's really what I've been doing. When should be doing other things that are more important, I'm writing. But I also am one of those people that feels like if you feel the bug and it's biting, you have to write because it doesn't bite often. And so when you feel it, it's just like go. Otherwise,
Yeah, I agree.
you might lose it. So I've been back into the saddle, and I've really been enjoying it and I feel really. It's fun. It's like it's a stage of writing right now where it's just fun, and I think that's always a great place. I know once I get through a draft, it'll become pain, but right now
New print.
it's fun.
Little, yellow.
So that's me.
Cool.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
it's very exciting.
Paul.
Okay. Well, me and Special K, the beat out, we got
Mhm.
the tree up. Looks great. Got Freddie up there and Jason and Michael Myers and
Yeah.
all the boys up there on the tree. Make sure it's as festive as possible.
Of course.
And I also went and played golf pretty recently with composer for this show and guest Matthew Fosket. We went over to Roosevelt here locally in the Los Angeles area.
Mm-hmm.
And just so happened, and I hope there have been a few people where I'm like, yeah, I golfed with John Hawkes.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm a big admirer of his
Oh.
work.
Yeah.
And so he was the nicest guy. And I wasn't like, can I get some acting tips? Like, what should he gave me free golf tips and they were great. I almost hit a hole in one on a par 3.
That's awesome.
He gave me some excellent golf tips.
It was just random. He was there.
Yeah. He was talking about how he would love if he could just be out there 5 or 6 days a week golfing and learning how to golf a little bit when he was younger with his dad. I don't want to tell John Hawks' story. I'm sure he'd tell it much better than I would. But
Ladies and gentlemen, John Hawks.
wearing all his golf attire.
And he's got some stoner pies for us. Thanks, John.
Gotta
Full
go.
circle.
Yeah.
Full circle moment. But it was really, really cool. I had not only like kind of redemption on the last like 4 holes or so. But he was just a lovely, lovely guy. Somebody that like I really admire his work and just a really nice guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The Hollywood hustle can sometimes bump you into some cool people.
Yeah. It was great.
Especially if you're in LA. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was at a show last night and it was like Felicia Day was there. And I was like, oh, look at that, Felicia Day.
Oh.
You know, it's just normal here.
I made sure to say to Matt as we were leaving, I go, you know what this means? You've golfed with 2 of the like 25 or 30 maybe greatest living actors. And he's like, oh shit. Really? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, John Hawkes. And he's like, and me.
I was waiting for it.
Well, on that note, Taylor, what have you been watching?
What am I watching? Watching, watching, watching. What are we watching? What are we watching?
You know, I didn't mentally prepare myself for that question.
I love that.
Because it
Shoot from
is
the hip.
well, yeah, you know, it's the holidays, and I'm one of those that like really good and obscure movies, but I also like the really bad ones.
Like Hallmarks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jess likes that stuff too.
Okay.
it's enjoyable, and especially when you're trying to do other things like email and bake and
Yeah.
you
Dual
know,
screen it. Yeah.
exactly, have something on in the background, and their voices are usually pretty monotone, so you don't get distracted too bad. And
You're describing this podcast? Or...
no, not at all.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been rewatching a lot of classics actually, since it's the month of December. So I watched Meet Me in St. Louis just
Nice.
2 days ago, and I watch that every year. I love that
Mhm.
movie. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, so mostly sticking to those.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Will it help me bring up the aura, the vibes, the
Christmas spirit?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think so. You know, every year I watch it differently, listen to it differently, because there is some musical aspects to it. And I don't know if you're into musicals.
I like the idea that, Rachel Fosket and I did an episode for The Shop Around the Corner, a movie
Ah.
I've never seen. And it really got the spirit alive. But the movie has like no music.
And the movie is based on a Russian play.
Which
We-
then
we
became
talked about this.
Youth Mail. Yeah.
Which then became, party foul. Paul spilled his water.
I spilled my water.
Great Scott! Great
Taylor, this happens all the time. It's just part of the experience.
That's your sign of it's time to take a break, is your water spilled.
Okay.
Moving on.
We'll move on for now. Ben,
Me.
what have you been watching?
I've been watching a lot. I do enjoy a dual screen, especially when I'm writing sometimes. So I'll put on some trash in the background for me. Like Is It Cake is a fun trashy show that I'll put on in the background. I've been going hard on a couple Netflix movies.
Okay, I'm just checking it.
If I Was Cake,
Yeah.
you have to bite me to find out.
That is dangerous.
Well, but the thing about that show is, aren't they all cake?
No, there's 2 aspects to the show. There's the first like scene, which Mikey Day is like in, and only parts of that is cake. And the contestants have to stand a certain distance and try to
Okay.
guess what in the room is cake. So there's that part. And then each contestant, each baker gets to choose an item to make a cake version of. And then they present in front of judges one that's a cake they made, and then like 2 or 3 real ones that are all slightly different. They're called decoys. And then the judges are a little bit distance back, and they have to just by looking, they have to figure out which one they think is cake.
So the trailer did not
Yeah,
catch me on that.
sure.
It all just seemed like they were cake.
It is interesting. I find their like craftsmanship of creating something that actually, why it is we've been obsessed with making things out of cake. I don't know.
Yeah, just food that looks like objects from life.
Yeah, like a clock.
In general. Yeah.
I don't know.
Hat,
A hat.
microphone,
Yeah.
butt,
Yeah, but
stoner pie,
a stoner pie that looks like cake.
computer. What else had you been watching? You were going to say something else.
John Hawkes as cake.
I'll watch.
You'll eat?
Yeah, would you eat?
You're fucking out. Get out of here, Kenny.
I mean, I'm just asking if they made a cake made of your own father, would you eat it?
It's John Hawkes playing my father.
I don't know. Is he? Your dad makes a good pecan pie. John Hawkes maybe he does too. This is unhinged.
Holy.
I was going to talk about something very serious. I watched Train Dreams,
Oh, yes.
which is a movie that was shot in Spokane. And also, you're off camera now, Paul. You're completely off camera. He doesn't believe you exist. There you
There
are.
he is.
I have a friend in that movie, which was exciting to see. And I helped a few friends audition for that movie. I didn't get it.
Very small cast.
Very small cast, yeah. Beautiful movie.
Oh.
I went into it like I'm going to watch this movie because it was shot in Spokane and I want to like give it some attention. Gorgeous. Honestly, one of the more gorgeous shot films I think I've ever seen.
Wow.
And I don't feel like I'm being hyperbolic. I think it is going to be showered with awards.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I saw it at Sundance on its
Oh,
premiere
wow.
day. And I went in seeing it because I sent my actors in to audition for it. And it was incredibly small cast and they were trying to keep it local. But yeah, I cried like 4 times. I just
wow.
rewatched it and I cried 4 more times. It's such a moving movie. It's so beautiful.
It really is. And Joel Edgerton, I feel like, gives such a stellar performance in that.
Mhm.
I said in my Letterboxd review, I don't think a movie has ever made Spokane look this beautiful. And I feel like that's a double-edged sword because
Yeah.
Spokane is Spokane is
A
but
little rough.
yeah, it's
Well, and anything William H. Macy is in.
oh my God, he was incredible.
He had such a small part
Yeah.
and it was like, memorable.
And my friend Eric Ray Anderson plays the foreman of the loggers. He told me he got to hang out with, he calls him Bill Macy, and play ukuleles together. It was so nice to see him show up on screen in this beautiful movie. I highly recommend it. And if you can see it in the theater, I know they're doing a limited release. I think I wish I could see it in the theater because I watched it here, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Netflix movies that get these limited.
The Egyptian
releases
plays
and-
all of them. They just don't do it
Yeah.
for very long.
I've no Landmark around here does it. Taylor, do you know it? They don't send stuff up that way, really, do they? Netflix for theatrical? I think it's like really only Los
I mean-
Angeles and New York.
I mean, Netflix is at Sundance and they picked it up real quick there. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you have it.
that's me.
Okay. I recently rewatched a couple different movies.
Tell
One
me.
was The Sandlot.
Mm.
Was that a good idea or a bad idea if I had known that this was
Coming up.
right? Because I feel like they exist in a similar
Nostalgia.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, the exact word I was going to use. And Special K and I, K Dog,
Mhm.
the beat out, we went to the Eagle Theater at Vidiots and saw Something's Gotta Give
Mm.
with the divine Miss Diane Keaton, R.I.P., and Jack Nicholson.
I thought you were gonna say the divine Jack Nicholson.
Keanu Reeves, divine Mr. K.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Amanda Peet, who's always great and like effervescent, and Francis like such a cast. And the viewing experience there is always great. But as
True.
we were talking about, you've got Mail and the Nora, Nancy, maybe the universe of rom-coms and everything. It was just the way that movie has aged for me has been almost kind of like fine wine
Oh.
to a degree that I think I've like gotten a little older and just kind of understood the who gives a shit kind of attitude that the movie kind of has.
Behold,
At times toward a
the
lot of the
ravages
jokes
of
or the
age.
attitude, and it was just such a great viewing experience. Jack Nicholson's Jack Nicholson, but also like Keanu Reeves at his absolute dreamiest, probably.
Mm.
And
I don't know.
love me some Keanu Reeves.
yeah, I think he's just getting better and better.
Yeah,
Does he age like a fine wine?
Holy, he is an FBI agent. We did Point Break, Taylor, early in the year, and that's like a 5-star movie for me. I am
Give me 2.
Utah. Give me 2.
I do love me some Keanu.
2 stoner pies.
Do you want 2 stoner pies?
As we
One for you, one for John.
I'll have 3
Oh.
for me, myself, and I. Thank
Oh,
you very
okay.
much. But I think now that we've talked about what we've been doing and what we've been watching, we got to get to the facts.
The festive facts.
They are.
Add some jingle bells. Do it.
You had the jingle bells.
Okay. Bing, 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 bing.
Archaeology is the search for fact.
Give me the facts.
Okay, we watched A Christmas Story. It is MGM, Christmas Tree Films. Was that a company made for this movie?
Like an LLC, probably.
Probably.
Right?
It is rated PG, that is parental guidance, for one pervert lamp? Probably. One pervert lamp.
One pervert lamp.
1 hour. I got it. It was a mosquito.
And potentially the groping of the pervert lamp.
Yeah.
By children,
By children. Or a porn lamp for kids.
basically.
It is 1 hour and 33 minutes, and the budget was 3.3 million estimate. Adjusted is 10.7. Who's that? There's a little
future guest.
a little Christmas elf just ran by.
It depends on. I mean, is it a little Christmas Mogwai? Is it a little
Oh, it might be.
Christmas?
But when she ran by, she couldn't put her arms down. Oh, Ralphie.
Looks cozy though, I will say.
Opening weekend, November 20th, 1983. It made 2 million, adjusted 6.5. Final gross North America, 20.7 million. That is 67.5 million adjusted. Final gross worldwide, same.
That's a shitload of money.
For only a $3.3 million movie, yeah.
That is that's a crazy return. And what did you spend on marketing in those days? Like, it wasn't like you paused a football game and then a screen came in and was like, A Christmas Story.
Other releases this weekend: A Night in Heaven, Yeti.
Nope, it was Yentl.
I saw it that
Oh.
time. Whatever is flying in front of you.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good camera, as we've discussed.
It's not Yeti, it's Yentl.
It's Yentl. I didn't even fuck it up.
I fucked it up.
How'd you fuck that up?
I'm in winter spirits. The Yeti is a spirit of Santa
a
Claus.
personal enemy of mine-ish. It depends what cryptids you believe in. Ben, sorry.
Cross
continue.
country, Amityville 3D, Nate and Hayes. I haven't seen a single one of those movies.
No.
I've never seen Yentl.
I don't think I have either. I don't think I've seen any.
Weekend top 5, Amityville 3D, The Big Chill, this movie, Never Say Never Again, which is a fake James Bond.
Right?
Yeah.
Not official.
A Night in Heaven. Other films from 1983, All the Right Moves, Sudden Impact, Star 80, Mr. Mom, Risky Business, The Outsiders, Valley Girl, Christine, DC Cab, Corky Park, and Kroll.
Gorky Park.
What did I say?
Corky Park. I like Corky Park better. Both
Taylor, did you see any of those
great
movies?
titles.
Have you seen Mr.
Well,
Mom?
yeah. I
Risky
mean,
Business.
yeah. The Outsiders, Valley Girl. Valley Girl is a recent one for me.
Oh yeah, little cage match, huh?
You know, he kind of freaks me out. So
What? Why?
I think that's
What?
par for the course. I think that's his goal, actually.
I think so too.
The
Yeah.
impression.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Uh,
several of those, yeah.
Yeah. Letterbox average is a 4. I'm on Letterbox. You can follow me at Run BMC to see all of the festive movies I'm going to watch in the next month.
Shifting the soup.
You can follow me if you like at Paul Acts Badly. Taylor, if you don't have one, we're gonna try to talk you into it.
You know, somebody has talked me into it. It exists, but I forget to add things to it.
That's fair.
So Train Dreams is on there, and I actually reviewed it.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
So,
there you go.
so when there's a big movie that really sticks with me, I usually hop on and do the work. But
Okay.
yeah.
I'm a freak with it. I use it a lot. Siskel and Ebert, 2 thumbs up. Rotten Tomatoes, 89%. 89 popcorn. Metacritic, 77. 7.8 user. Major award wins and noms. It's a National Film Registry for 2021. Paul, Talk about people.
Well, the director of this film was Bob Clark, R.I.P., Dead of Night, aka Death Dream, Black Christmas from 1974, and Rhinestone. Writers Lee Brown, R.I.P., My Summer Story, Bob Clark, Loose Cannons, Gene Shepard, R.I.P., the novel In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash. Music was Carl Zittrer, Porky's, and Paul Zaza, Baby Geniuses.
A movie I keep wanting to talk about.
We're waiting. I think technically a franchise. Is this another one of those?
Yeah.
How? Why? Cinematography was The Quest for More Money, Gremlin $.
Yes.
Cinematography was Reginald Morris, R.I.P., Porky's 2 the Next Day, Phobia, and Tribute. Producers Bob Clark, Breaking Point, and Renee Dupont, The Uncanny. Melinda Dillon, R.I.P., played Mother. I never realized that they didn't have names, I think, till this viewing, which is very fucking shocking to me, as we'll get to. Did anybody
I always knew that.
remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot. Taylor shaking her head like, no, Paul, I'm with you, Paul.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm with you.
Yay. So Melinda Dillon was in Mornolis, Slapshot, and Harry and the Hendersons, another cryptid that I've had issues with. Darren McGavin, R.I.P., was the old man. Billy Madison, R.O.C.K. Dead Heat, and Captain America from 1990, if you can find it. Gene Shepard was the narrator. Shadows, Tiki Tiki, Babe Ruth. Peter Billingsley was Ralphie. Elf, The Breakup, Arcade. Ian Petrella was Randy, Crimes of Passion, A Christmas Story, Christmas, as we've discussed.
So that's what it's called.
And
Okay.
Quarter Bin, Scott Schwartz, Flick, The Toy, Unseen Evil 2, a movie called Scissors, and this is the guy that is it's a true urban legend that he ended up doing adult films.
Which one is Flick? Is he the one that gets his tongue stuck?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he got his tongue stuck elsewhere too.
I was waiting for someone to say something.
All of our brains were like, how do we make this a joke?
Exactly.
I just took the cheapest one.
R.D. Rob Schwartz, Matilda from 98. That movie fucking rules. The Brady Bunch movie, Falling Sky. Teddy Moore, Miss Shields, Gotti from 96, and Murder by Decree. Zach Ward was Scut Farkas.
Funniest fucking name. It's Scut Farkas. It's just the dumbest.
Scut Farkas. It's rough. Almost Famous, Freddy versus Jason, and the first, and they transform.
Like
Correct.
that. Ding,
With-
ding, dong, ding, ding,
with-
ding, ding. It's a jingle bell transformer.
review guest, Scott Pete.
That's a new genre right there.
Jingle bell Hey, that's a moneymaker right there.
They
Yeah.
should do like holiday exclusive only.
Always the dollar.
If we're going off brand, we can call it like Transmorphers or something.
Always the fucking.
But it's not what you call it double screen. You have to actually focus on that one, or
yeah.
it'll take
No,
you out of your
very
work.
serious movie. Yeah.
Turn
Yeah.
stoners, they turn into different bongs and pipes and different
How many
pies.
different sponsors are you going to put into this ad?
Taylor, please save me with some fun facts if you don't mind.
Fun facts, everybody. It's fun fact time.
So Darren McGavin improvised the rants fighting with the furnace, which I was actually curious of. Almost sounded Russian. It was mostly gibberish. He did this in the order to ensure a PG rating and keep this a family-friendly film. The nonsensical curses that Ralphie exclaims while beating up Scut, however, were scripted word for word.
Which is nuts.
That they're
Yeah.
like, we want this kid to go hard.
What?
Some of it's just some of it's just like grunting noises though too.
Yeah.
It's like word for word, like how do you spell that? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I rewound it a few times, really trying to understand what they were saying.
Oh, sure.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Due to this film's popularity, the Daisy Rifle Company started producing Red Ryder BB guns for sale during the Christmas season. It has become one of Daisy's best-selling rifles.
Wow.
As you'd assume.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good ad.
Yeah, good free advertisement.
Could have put a
Well, there-
transformer in here.
It seemed like there were a lot of ads in that window display too.
Yeah.
The Lionel train, which I actually was gifted this year, which
Oh,
seemed
interesting.
odd timing to have seen something
Oh,
in a movie and then to be gifted one.
yeah.
Yeah,
A movie from over 40 years ago.
I know.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, yeah. According to the director, Bob Clark, Jack Nicholson was given
Oh.
the script and was very interested in the role of the old man. Clark didn't learn of this until production had begun and that the studio was unwilling to pay Nicholson's rate. Clark says he would have cast Darren McFadden anyway.
See, but Jack Nicholson feels more appropriate age-wise at that time.
Yeah, Darren McGavin seems like he's like in
Like
his
grandpa?
mid 50s, like approaching 60-ish. Is that about right?
But it felt right to me because he's an old, grumpy man, right? And so he looks a
Yeah.
little more worn.
But
and
Jack Nicholson
older.
has always been an old grumpy man.
That's true.
I mean, I could see Nicholson in this part. It would change it, but I could see it.
I can definitely see it too. There's some sort of, we'll get to this when we're talking about the movie. There's like a warmth that I think Darren McGavin
Yeah.
kind of has at moments and like kind of a very light goofiness. But there's this huge age gap between.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And also to have two very young boys.
That was also a lot more common
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point. My grandparents were
Mhm.
17, 16 years apart.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I guess that was fairly common, right? So
12-year-old Peter Billingsley was given real chewing tobacco for the big chief scene. He was horribly sick for hours, and from there, raisins were used to create the thick brown spit that comes from chalk.
The child.
Chew?
That makes me
Ha.
think of the scene from the movie you watched. Dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun 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 dun.
tequila.
The Sandlot does that really well.
Man. And also the raisins obviously worked.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go with that the first? I don't know. Did he get triple dog dared? I
That's right.
Dog dare, yeah.
Also, I'll never forget Scott Farkus's face. It just is
When he
Mhm.
pops out,
him and what's the little dude's name?
Toad.
Toad. Yeah, they're just dogs. I could cast those two people as like dogs. You could see it in their
Mhm.
face and the way they perform. You know, alley dogs. It's well cast.
What happens to Toad if he gets struck by lightning?
Same thing that happens to everything else.
So go back to the club.
That's a great line.
Write it down.
Okay, yeah, no
We're
problem.
gonna make money in 1999 or
Hey,
2000. whenever
Eyes to
that was.
fry.
Well, they probably wrote it in 99. Taylor, we're going off on weird tangents here. I'm so sorry. Let's bring
No?
it back to the log line of this movie.
All right. In the 1940s, a young boy named Ralphie Parker attempts to convince his parents, teacher, and Santa Claus that a Red Ryder Range 200 shot BB gun really is the perfect Christmas gift.
That does seem to be the only driving thing in this movie, doesn't it?
Mhm.
And how often and how strongly and whatnot will be up for discussion, I think. I'm gonna have a snack and we'll talk.
You gonna have a stoner pie?
Utah, give me two.
We'll be back after this message from our sponsor, and we're gonna play a round of Cinephile.
Hostera's delicious laced medical use stoner pies. Hi, I'm Dr. Bulgarian with a counseling degree from MD, MA, and LSD. Group approved solutions for mild hunger and the personal need to consume delicious drugs in a velvety pudding. Potassium benzoate is included, and hard drug-based handheld pie. Hostera's crumbly, buttery crust is the perfect way to deliver outrageous flavor to your tongue and hard drugs to your brain and your nervous system. Sure, everyone likes chocolate. We all like chocolate. But wouldn't it be better with crystal meth? Of course it would be. Available through our website, hosterers.co.uk/fake/let's get high, the only fans, OWNLEE fans site, and specialty stores surrounding the famous poppy fields of Afghanistan. Hosterers pies deliver a punch of chemical and or natural, we're still not sure, drug-induced euphoria from offerings like strung-out strawberry, pineapple Percocet, apple amphetamines, cranberry cocaine, Viagra vanilla, lifted lemon, black cherry, black tar hero win, and pumpkin the spice melange, and more to come. We're trying something with speed that we're really jazzed about. But until then, enjoy this in every episode of the Review, the audio-only movie podcast available on platforms, including Good Pods and all the others. Follow them on Review X2 Podcast on Insta Blue Sky and Flashes. But for now, gather around with your loved ones, grab a host or a strudel and Sudafed with Xanax icing, stoner pie, and some marshmallows. Get around the fire and enjoy the rest of this holiday edition of the program.
And the rules are made up and the points don't matter, so.
It's 100% true. Welcome back, everyone. We hope you enjoyed that advertisement for Stoner Pies. We are going to play a round of Cinephile. Taylor will name an actor. We'll go round robin until someone can't name that actor. And, oh my goodness, the horrific result will be the quote-unquote loser has to tell the story of the first time that they were inundated with this.
Yeah. Sure.
We'll see.
All right, Taylor. I'm going to flip this deck. You let me know when to stop.
Okay. Okay, stop.
Ooh, that's a good one.
All right. I'm going to show it to the camera.
Center. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Read it. Say it.
Robin Williams,
Okay. What's the movie?
The Birdcage.
Okay. Is it me first or you?
Go ahead.
Aladdin.
Moscow on the Hudson.
Big. No. Jack.
Great.
Still good.
I'm going to go with Atlanta, Aladdin, Prince of Thieves.
Ooh, is that? I'm not going to challenge it.
He
I'm
does.
gonna
He
challenge
comes
it.
back for that one. It's Castellaneta on the second one.
Okay, I'm just going to say 1 hour photo.
I might be out. I can't.
It's okay.
Think
It
of any
happens to everyone. I was stuck in the Aladdin world, and I know Robin Williams so well, and I'm like, why am I stuck in Aladdin?
He did the third animated one, right? Is that the one?
That's
you
the
were-
third one.
okay.
Yeah, he doesn't do Return to Jafar. That's
That's
Castellaneta.
the second one. Okay. Yeah, that's Homer. That's right.
Yeah. Taylor, would you like to tell us about your first experience with the movie A Christmas Story?
Okay, yeah. I've been watching it since I was a child. We play it on back to back on Christmas Eve at my
Oh.
father's house.
Back to back. Like
Back to back. Because it's on TV
Do you just
24/7.
put it on the TBS, the Superstation? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I've been watching it for years. I don't even know when that started. So
Okay.
before my memory kicked in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So was it a family heirloom? Like they watched it and they just passed it on to you?
Yeah, tradition there. Yeah.
Absolutely. This was probably the first time I've actually sat down and watched it distraction free.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a lot of things that I picked up that I didn't remember before. I'll also say I have a Christmas Story leg lamp tattooed on my leg
Wow.
with my sister. My sister has matching tattoos from it because it's this family heirloom, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, yeah.
So it goes way
Taylor.
back.
Paul.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. So out of 5, what is your I guess what would your like OG rating be, and also what is your current rating? You just watched this movie out of 5.
So I started at a 3,
Okay.
and then I think I bumped it up to a 4.5.
Wow.
That,
Our brains just
is-
exploded all over our heads.
I gotta say, the image of that leg lamp, though, is so fucking iconic. It is like burned in my mind.
Yeah.
And so I was a little surprised that you said 3, but also like it makes sense just because of the family tradition piece, as well as the just like that image. There's an alternative poster that's essentially just that lamp.
Yeah. Just the pervert lamp.
Just the pervert lamp.
Yeah.
It's a little cheeky.
There's a definite butt cheek.
Yeah, there's a butt cheek there.
For sure. Yeah.
And fishnets?
Actual fishnets, not like plastic molded or like it had a fishnet on it.
Yeah, it went full Rocky Horror.
All the
Well-
way Frankenfurter.
And like the vintage yellow, and
Yeah.
it's, just the perfect, classy, perverted lamp.
And the glow of it. It's got a really nice fucking
Hue. Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. like a Steven Soderbergh hue.
Yeah, it's got a nice warm tone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see this movie as a child. I didn't see this movie until I think junior high, which is still technically a child, but it was kind of past the point of being like nostalgic for it.
Mhm.
It was either late junior high or high school. It was later. I remember renting it. My Christmas movies as a family growing up, as we know, Muppet Christmas Carol is the one that is on rotation.
Masterpiece.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation was another one that we watched a lot. It's a Wonderful Life, and I got really into Scrooged at a certain point. But this one missed that for me, and so when I came to it, I remember liking it, but not feeling the obsession, I suppose, because it seemed like not everyone, but a lot of people in our generation, I felt like it was a big deal for late millennials and Gen X. It seemed like this was the movie for Christmas.
You'd hear lines from it.
Yeah,
all
Double
the
Dog
time.
Dare You,
Mhm.
yeah. So I think at that time I probably would have given it a 3 or maybe a 3.5 because I enjoyed it, but I rented it and I didn't really watch it more than that. That was like one Christmas year, and I can't tell you the last time I saw this movie. It's just not something that I regularly watch. And I watched the sequel though, and not the Kieran Culkin one.
Okay. Billingsley. When
Billingsley.
was back,
Yeah.
baby.
I don't know, hold those.
So yeah, I would have given it 3 or 3.5 back then. I rewatched this movie, and like you, Taylor, I feel like, especially with Christmas movies now, it's usually a background movie for me. Like Home Alone, I love Home Alone, background movie. Home Alone 2, classics. But I had just, I put it on while I'm making cookies or eating stoner pies or wrapping presents or eating stoner pie presents.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to have to send you guys some of those.
Oh, please. The first baked goods we'll receive that will actually feel safe to eat.
Can I eat them on the
No,
mic?
you may not.
You might be able to. They're not super messy.
Taylor says I can.
Ate peanut butter M&Ms once, and it is excruciating. Stop it.
It's an ASMR
Editing was just
an ASMR podcast now. So anyway,
Worst.
rewatching this movie, giving it my full attention, I had a harder time watching it this time for me. And I think because for me, it felt like it dragged a little bit and that it didn't drive as much as I guess I look for in a movie now. And I think the nostalgia of it, and it was interesting because I had seen Paul's letterbox. I had seen Paul's letterbox. You can cut that. I had seen Paul's letterbox where he watched Sandlot. And I remember thinking that while I was watching this and thinking, oh, yeah. Because for me, for me, that's like, it does a lot of the same things in terms of like the voiceover and the nostalgia and talking about this time. And this to me feels like, a memory play or, like just a slice of life memory moment, which is fine. And I think that for that, it's actually like delightful and like a cool little slice of life. But I'm sitting at, and I was going to go with Pervert Lamps for my rating system, but we've all been talking about Pervert Lamps, so I'm going to skip that. And I'm going to go with 2.5 dad crash outs. Because when a dad just like fully just goes, I fucking hate my life. This goddamn shit fucking house. Like, yeah, this goddamn house, this goddamn fucking kids.
We all almost went with Pervert Lamps, and I diverted. I went with Tick's About to Pop. The kid in
He looks like a tick about to pop.
down.
Ralphie.
Really liked that moment of narration. So I mentioned on this podcast I have some trouble with movies with narration sometimes. And that was a thing that I remember about this movie specifically because I was so inundated with it. And it wasn't, Taylor, it wasn't like with you where it was like, it was this great engaging family thing. I would show up at whoever's winter solstice or Christmas or Hanukkah, and that movie was on. And it was a different part of it. I don't know the first time that I saw it, but TBS and TNT kind of killed this movie for me.
I could see that.
And I have more of a nostalgia toward fucking Die Hard. That became a thing between my dad and I when I was a preteen back in the 50s, 60s.
Oh, wow.
Before it even came out. So that nostalgia doesn't exist in this. It's more of like a negative, like it made me angry that it was just like I couldn't escape it. And I think there is a level of like, yeah, can't fucking escape the season either.
Ho,
ho,
ho.
And this movie, really sitting and watching it, I was like, okay, I'm at 2.5 ticks about to pop, being very generous.
We're sitting on the same.
And rewatching this today, coming in at that 2.5, I'm feeling some of the narration stuff and the driver of the movie really be. I've had people comment to me like, I fucking hate the Big Lebowski. Who wins the bowling tournament? And I'm like, who gives a shit? I don't care. But in this movie, I just wanted to get to the BB gun.
Yeah.
The movie is not called Kid Gets the Red Ryder BB gun. It's called A Christmas Story. We're going to hear about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Whether I like it or not, or where the story kind of ends for me, because I agree, Ben, like after the kid gets the, spoiler alert, gets the BB gun.
Huh?
Right in the buns.
Yeah.
It was a BB is what it was, everybody. So,
and the casual racism.
Yeah. There's just some stuff about the movie, and I guess watching this movie, I can't help it. I compare shit to other shit. Having just watched The Sandlot, and that movie has never hit me harder. The jacket got knocked off the cork of the baseball the last time I watched that movie. I was blown away at how well that movie, I think, has aged. It's like Goonies and Monster Squad and Jingle All the Way came after this. I don't know if people have seen
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
8-Bit Christmas. All these movies.
Oh, was that a Neil Patrick Harris?
I think so.
Yeah.
All these movies borrow from Christmas Story.
Yeah.
In ways that I don't know. You're
giving me such a buildup right now. I'm so curious of what direction this is going in.
There are visual things that are so satisfying in this movie. I love the music. I love the performances, especially of Peter Billingsley's really good in this movie. Little kid, great job.
Yeah.
The parents are so
There you
good.
go.
Yeah.
I'm at 2 ticks about to pop.
Oh.
The movie does, like, there is a, are we there yet? Kind of the
There you go.
happening.
I think this is a good place to start, Taylor, because I think
Start the movie! Start the movie! Start the movie!
And now, our feature presentation.
when we start the movie here, you get this opportunity to really talk up this movie in a way that I think, and like for me, I'm still entertained by this movie. So like I'm already thinking about how there's aspects of this movie that bring me, like I'm at 2.5, but it could honestly, I could go either way.
So I'm in a similar position.
So I think we should
understand it.
Yeah.
I think you two are also maybe a little bit more professional than I am at grading a movie. Because
have you seen the kind of shit this guy watches?
Well, I have been told
always.
I have been told that I am not critical enough. So there's that too.
But what is critical? I mean, I think that's a silly, because like you like what you like.
It's like I gave Gremlins a 5. I still give Gremlins a 5. I love that movie with all my heart. And a lot of people dislike that movie a lot. Like I will go to the fucking mat for it. So
Yeah.
that became part of my tradition with friends and family. And so I'm certain that I like that movie more because of that. It sets the scene real nice.
Yes, I think the opening shot of An Ordinary Day, showing blue collar, showing snow, but not beautiful, but like a nice glow. I love those kinds of openings. I think they're the most realistic, and you connect to them on a different way.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing about like seeing the Higbees and the Christmas hustle in it. The movie does a great job of being a tone setter.
Oh yeah.
I want to make sure I give the movie all the credit in the world for setting tone really, really well.
And also like really capturing, I assume, is the writer's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume that this is just like pretty autobiographical. And if it's not, it's very well done in creating these like weird nuances about this little slice of family and their little. But I assume that his dad and his mom and like his little brother, this is all pretty. I couldn't tell you. I didn't do my research. Could be making that up.
But I'll say throughout the movie, it does give those little pictures of their life and
Yeah.
how people connect and how people talk to each other. And maybe that might feel a little drawn out because it happens so often throughout the film.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know. I mean, at the beginning, I'm not feeling the drag. I really like when we get into like what he wants for Christmas and then the daydreaming.
He's so obsessed with the idea of this BB gun.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. Like you mentioned the perfect word, I think, Ben. Like the driver for me all the time is the BB gun. Everything else is a distraction. When Poochie's not on the screen, we should be asking, where's Poochie? That's kind of what the movie kind of sets me up for. Very first thing at the breakfast table is the dad's talking about
Yeah.
sports and shit. And
I love how big these newspapers are.
they're enormous.
It's the
With big pictures.
giant photos. Yeah. And like the magazines too. They're like,
Look.
they're enormous magazines. There's just, I mean, we didn't have the internet, spoiler. Yeah, Al Gore hadn't been born yet.
Did.
You did?
Yeah.
Back in the 40s?
Yeah.
50s? When does this exist? What year is this?
It is
This
not-
current year?
No. Yeah.
Great Scott!
What year is
Where are you?
Jumanji? What year is this? What year is this movie set?
I think it's non-specific 40s. I don't think they ever say
I think so too.
specifically, but it feels like the 40s.
40s or 50s?
40s or 50s. And the idea also of like, this is a father who's too old to fight or be drafted or whatever, and kids that are too young.
In two separate beds. The parents sleep in two separate beds, and the mom has the Look magazine under her mattress as if it's a nudie mag, which I thought at first it was.
Me too.
And I like that he puts the ad for the rifle in there. Like it's not obvious that someone's doing. I love
He didn't even tear the page out. He sticks the whole fucking thing in there.
and like the kid strategy. And here's a question for all of you: was there ever a thing you really wanted for Christmas that you were like, how do I casually get my parents to get this for me?
No, not anything I was casual about. Absolutely not.
Okay. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
I wasn't casual.
I can't think of anything either.
For me, the Nintendo 64 was a huge.
Okay. Are we all gonna have Nintendo stories of some sort or computers? Like, are we gonna have? I would love us all to tell a holiday gift that we
N64.
were served that we got that we deserved. Did I say deserved?
You did.
We were good. We were on the good list.
Does anybody have a fun story about those things? How they received these things?
Taylor?
I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily fun, but I think it's every kid's dream that their father works at a like entertainment/furniture store. And so therefore that is your Christmas present every year is a game console or a computer or a TV.
Oh, very cool.
You know?
Yeah. N64 was mine. I mean, my brother and I just remember Nintendo Kid, is that what he's called? Where he like the like meme.
Paul Rudd? I don't know.
Well, anyway, that was a huge one. And then getting Mario Kart and 007, which I think came with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll never forget that Christmas for sure.
Okay. We're setting the scene.
Okay.
My stepmom, shouts Teresa, has chicken pox. Bad.
Oh, no.
And she's in her like 20s, 30s at this point. Like she gets chicken pox late in life. I want a Nintendo 64 worse than anything in the world.
Okay.
And have this incredible Christmas, one of the great Christmases, probably the greatest Christmas of my life or whatever, is I have my mom celebrate solstice. My family is mostly non-denominational, like it's not always a huge deal. But my dad, my stepmom blew it out this year. and I got like a first down vest that I really wanted. If anybody remembers those.
Oh, yeah.
Knockoff North Face, but way more
Hey, they're
expensive.
back.
Hey, Mr. Rags, bring them back, baby. They're reopening online only. And we left for a Christmas celebration thing, family gathering thing. And I was like, this is great. I got everything I wanted. There's no way I was going to get a Nintendo 64. My one moment when I was that young age that somehow decency and a cool head prevailed. And I was like, no, Nintendo 64, you shouldn't expect to get that anyway. You got
weren't-
this crazy vest.
You weren't a Farkas?
I kind of, my dad leaves in the middle of this family gathering. I have to go get ice cream. I forgot the ice cream. Comes back with the ice cream. We finish the family thing. We come home and there's this huge box with this crazy wrapping. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. No way. Rip it open. It's the Nintendo 64. I'll never forget that. And right as winter break was ending, I was like, scratch. I ended up with chicken pox, and my winter break went extra long.
You just played a lot of N64.
I sure did. We went way off topic for a long time, but don't worry. Taylor and I kept extensive notes.
We're back. And they're getting ready to go to school, which I love that whole situation. What's his brother's name?
Andy.
Andy is the tick. Yeah.
Getting Andy in that like giant snowsuit is very silly. Randy.
Oh, Randy.
Randy.
Sorry, it's Randy. And the dad they established really early, like the car breaks down and the furnace breaks, and he's just like,
Dad crashes out.
Yeah, he doesn't love it, but he's capable, like, guy.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have anyone else do it.
Right.
It's only
exactly.
him. Yeah.
He's the only one who knows how, or
That's my.
And doesn't even really know how.
yeah.
It's clearly,
Clearly
it keeps
he doesn't.
breaking.
It keeps creating black smoke. That is not good.
Out of that. Radon is the silent killer.
Yeah, no, they all have asbestos poisoning for sure in the house.
I'll say with that suit too, like as an adult, that is my worst nightmare of not being able to lower my arms and to think about how hot he is in that suit.
Absolutely not.
If I get over like 5 degrees warmer than my chosen temperature, I go in like blackout mode. Like I need to take it off.
Yeah.
Pumpkin eyes. Cinderella.
Well,
No, thank
I
you.
love
I'm
on
the
the-
same fucking way.
On the walk to school, he
Same way.
just falls over and just is like a bug on the ground, or turtle, like with its, oh, Ralphie.
That visual is really funny. That's
Yeah.
one of the things I was saying about the visuals of this movie. At points, like really, really works. Sometimes when they're like in the house or it's daytime outside, not so much. But like some of the comedic stuff with and when they're outside at night, it is beautiful.
I also love the daydreaming, because I was a kid who, this is something I learned actually recently, is that not everybody visualizes things in their head, like
Right.
actually visualizes them,
Right.
which was baffling to me because I've done that my whole life. And so
Yeah.
like I was a huge daydreaming kid of just like thinking, and I still am, creating these whole scenarios and worlds. And when you're an adult, it just becomes anxiety, right? But
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's it. I was about to ask, what do you think that is as an adult?
yeah.
It's true.
When you're a kid, it's imagination. Yeah, I love that whole sequence of him like seeing himself as like the Western hero and coming in, and maybe kind of racist, Black Bart, can't tell. I'm not sure. But
Well, and
but
shooting them all in the butt? Why the butt?
I do like the actual
Butts.
practical X's on their eyes.
That's kind of adorable.
It's cute, yeah.
There's a level of innocence that like carries over in that moment. I mean, that was also the media at the time. I mean, we could have figured out if Little Orphan Annie was real, the radio show, we could have figured out when it was from, I guess. But
Good call.
there
Good call.
is this level of innocence that comes through in the movie really well.
Especially with his friends.
Despite like sometimes like the narration is a little too highfalutin. I feel like some of the words that like it's like the nuance of, and I understand that part of that is probably done for comedic effect, but at some points it's just like that's what the Sandlot. I know it shouldn't be comparative. It's just it speaks more simply from the narration. It just it doesn't feel as much like someone talking at me. It feels like someone talking with me a little bit more. Christmas Story, the narration feels like someone talking at me sometimes.
Yeah.
There are times though that I completely forget that it's happening. Like,
Yeah, me too.
I'm in it and I'm not even thinking about there being a narrator.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. It depends on the scene.
I think it
Yeah.
starts a little rough just because it's so counter. It feels. Did I do that? I spilled the water now.
Paul's gone again.
Probably in a moment here.
Paul has to pick up the water. No, you're fine. Just let the water dry. It's water.
Very little this time too, which is helpful. It would have been so helpful for Flick if anyone had even room temperature water, if it could last long. Because the tongue challenge thing, when he mentions it, he's like, "No way!" Blah blah. They foreshadow it.
Yeah.
Like where it's gonna kind of happen. Like the poor little tick kid is like that's gonna become problematic for him, where he's always like running behind or what have you. When they all wear the teeth, the kids are all in class, and
they all like
wanna
to
play a little
prank
joke,
on the teacher. Yeah.
and they're wearing these false teeth, and she takes one and she opens the drawer, and it's like, how long have those fucking teeth been chattering? Like, wouldn't you be going insane?
But also that could be a signal of when the time period is. Like those toys.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe that's a flash of, okay, do you remember these things?
I also thought, as someone
It
who
stays there so long. That's why I feel like it's a like you said, Ben, like a memory story of
memory play,
like a memory play, nostalgia, a time capsule is for especially people that are nostalgic for. It's weird. It covers like a 40-year period, like the 40s through the 80s, but then it so much carries over to now.
I think that
led into so many things.
I think that's another struggle I just had this time, was that it was nostalgic for a time that I care nothing about. I think if I had watched this at a young age, I would have had that connection more to Ralphie. And I think because I saw it past the age of Ralphie, I didn't care as much at that time because I was a cool teenager. I was never cool. But I will say, as someone who works in education now, when that teacher is collecting those teeth from each kid, fucking gross, gnarly.
Pops them in the drawer, and then maybe that's it, because this guy directed Black Christmas as well. So he's like, just making you look at these soiled teeth and all the shit in this drawer for so long, being like, remember this, fucker?
Yeah, but like, was that equivalent to now for us, like opening a drawer and showing like a Game Boy and like Pogs and like Tamagotchi, like I don't know.
Yeah, that's what kids play with now. You work in education. You
No,
Pogs and Tamagotchi.
for us, like for a nostalgia, like showing like giving us a little pocket of nostalgia for the movie.
Jackson Beans and Franks.
You didn't play with Pogs? You play with Pogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pogs.
And the trading cards and
Pokemon and Magic and
Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
I just thought they were pretty. It wasn't I wasn't really partaking. I was just collecting.
Trade
Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister had a huge Beanie Baby collection.
Mom, massive.
The rainbow one that was really big, Rainbow Bear. I don't know.
Hopefully they had like no enjoyment with them and kept them in their original boxes and now can sell them for thousands of dollars like some people are trying to do.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Ty created that market and then bottomed it out when it was convenient for them. It's wild.
And now what's the big thing, the big little stuffy thing that kids like?
Oh, yeah.
Squishmallows.
No, not Squishmallows. The like ugly little Labubu's.
Labubu's, yeah. My niece is obsessed with them.
Labubu's were big.
How many Labubus think she has? 6, 7?
Oh, she's got so many. Probably more than that, I would imagine. Because there's one for everyone. Yeah. Keychains, stuffed animals. They've got them in every form.
The journey back from school after he's gotten his tongue removed, which should be easier than bringing in the fire department, I think.
All you need is water.
But meeting Scott Farkas and
Dumb and Dumber do that. You mean have a glass of water?
Yeah.
Jeff Daniels now. Harry.
But I love that scene in the alley with the bullies. Classic bully scene. And yeah.
Well, in backing up with the tongue throughout the classroom, when he walks back into the classroom, you see the snow on his tongue differently in each scene. And one of them, it looks like an icy or something. And then another one, it looks like cotton. Did you pick up on that?
I thought it was a bandage.
They put gauze on it.
I thought it was a bandage.
Feeling about gauze or having to change. Yeah. It's been dressed at some point, but at some point it's like the tongue thing works comedically for me because at some point it's like, why did they put a cotton bandage on?
on a tongue.
I don't know the logic.
I don't know actually how you would fix a tongue, but
I don't.
Well, but also she just sends him straight to his seat.
Yeah.
Not even the nurse or anything. She's like, yeah, potty man. Who cares? So
it was the 40s. Who cares?
Yeah.
That joke doesn't like work super well for me outside of the like, why did they cut part of the t-shirt off and use it as a band-aid for this kid's mouth? I like the music in the movie a lot. That does help it move along.
Yeah.
I like that Scott and Toad have like a theme.
Oh yeah.
And
sorry.
The villains of the movie though, it's like Willie get the gift, Scott and Toad, and the neighbor's dogs.
Which
those dogs.
If you're just looking at it from purely and this is where you get like, do you do this with this movie? Where you look at it from purely like a story writing perspective, the antagonists aren't in the way of the protagonist's goal.
No, they're not.
But again, I think like
it makes no difference.
Like when I think of like a memory play,
wanted.
if I think of like a memory play or like Our Town or these slice of life things, like that is kind of common where it's not following traditional like story structure. It's just like, this is just a moment in time. Take a look.
Well, and Ralphie almost gets in trouble several times.
Right.
And one of them is by beating on the bratty kids.
That's true, yeah.
So it could have been. I don't know if that's intentional or if I'm looking too further into it.
No, I mean, that's a good point because his mom, I mean, we're getting ahead, but his mom does keep it from his dad. And his dad is the one who gives him the gift. And maybe that would have, I think because we're only seeing that storyline through Ralphie and we're not actually seeing the parents part of that story. Like, yeah, it's unclear as to what actually affects his ability to get that or not. Like, is it bought immediately? Is it?
Yeah, I think that Darren McGavin had a very special experience as a kid having this toy, and wanted to make sure his kid had that experience. Eyes be damned.
I had a BB gun.
No shit.
Yeah,
I was not. Oh wow! Wait, I didn't have a BB gun.
You had a gun gun?
Oh boy.
I did not.
Paul,
I did not have one.
Yeah.
I did not have a BB gun.
Okay.
Did you have a rifle?
Yeah.
Like okay.
Pump rifle. Yeah.
All right. Are those around anymore?
Probably not. They have pellet guns.
Sure. Yeah, with the plastic pellets, right?
Yeah. Those are also dangerous.
I can't imagine that you could get, it was the jugs of, or little cartons of Copperhead BB gun.
Oh, we had
BBs.
that. Yeah.
I'm sure those are
Just
no
shake
longer a
it?
thing.
My dad wanted me to shoot the Canadian geese when they would get on our lawn because they would poop.
Nuke the whales?
And it didn't kill it. It would just like
You don't really
Hurt
believe
it.
that,
hurt
do
it
you?
and it would fly away. Which
And probably die later because it's lodged in its wing or in its
Yeah.
body.
Gotta nuke something.
I know.
So now you know where I stand on BBs.
Yeah. I didn't want. My dad was like, if you see him on the lawn, grab the BB gun and do it.
You just did what you were told.
Yeah. But again, they would just like fly away.
Did you ever just fire it into the air? Scare them off?
To be fair, most of the time I missed.
Okay, good.
Most of the time I would shoot.
Things were not accurate.
No. You would watch the BB just go, like you'd shoot it like this and you'd watch it go like, boo. Just one little gust of wind and it's gone. Shoot your eye out.
A gust of wind happens, a boon happens for Darren McGavin as he enters these contests via the mail, and he's gonna get a prize. He gets a telegram that he's gonna get a great prize.
And a bowling alley.
Yeah, maybe a bowling alley, which
but not tonight.
Yeah, another time, foreshadowing. But it's like dinner time, right? And a big problem that they have with the younger brother that can't put his arms down in the
getting him to eat
boot is getting him to eat. I find it so disturbing that he does that he then like sticks his face in. I did that at a restaurant 2 nights ago and people were upset and I was asked to leave. I don't understand why he gets to do it to his mother's delight. What's this about?
Were you having sloppy steaks?
New Year's Eve.
Hair slicked back?
Yeah. Water all over.
That's why you got kicked out.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. They asked me not to do that. But does anybody else like?
I think it's endearing. I think it's cute.
I don't like it.
I do.
And honestly, as somebody that wants children, and I found it clever. I'm like, you know what? You're at home in a safe
Yeah.
place and no one's going to judge you. Your husband's not even watching the family. He's probably reading or doing something else. So, how to get that kid to eat, make it fun.
That I 100% agree with. There's a level of Ralphie, a couple points in the movie, and especially the little one, that the mom wants to keep them like little boys
Oh, yeah,
as
yeah.
long as possible, which is fine. But also, my mom doesn't listen to this, so
Wow.
it's
Again,
fine.
Stoner Pies brought to you by therapy.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, my grandparents definitely did that to me, especially as jumping ahead, like in like the bunny
Yeah.
like shit where you're like, I don't want to wear this kind of stuff anymore. I'm trying to grow up. And they're like, you're gonna be a baby forever.
There's a level of that that's hard. Like, that's difficult.
Yeah, it is. It's also kind of real, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I wish when I was like 7 years old, I could have said, have a seat, won't you? I need to tell you about my deep emotional thoughts, how this is affecting me.
Well, what's funny too is it seems like in a lot of these older stories, the mother's trying to keep the son a kid,
Mhm.
but usually that doesn't go for the daughter. It's usually
Oh.
a little different. And maybe
Yeah.
it's just they want to keep their sons close because they fear they're going to move on too fast. But
And also, I think what the thing does well, this movie does well too, is the dad isn't necessarily like a toxic male figure.
mhm.
They seem to have a healthy marriage.
Well, and yeah, and when she's doing that, like with the eating, like he looks at it and he's like, oh, it's gross. But he's not being like, no, you be a man, son. You eat your food with a knife and fork. He's not acting like an asshole because he sees how she's connecting to him and it's working.
I think I'm over bothered by it. But
That's
also
fair.
shut it down.
That's fair.
There's
You also
health code violations galore.
You also don't have a child.
And it's in their
I guess you
home.
do have a child. I'm so sorry. It's Sandcat.
It's in their home. That's
Yeah.
not necessarily perfectly clean either. And they make that very aware that
Oh,
they've
the production
got,
design is great of the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
The production is really looks real, lived in.
Paul's very confused right now.
I find it's done so sparsely, so specifically and purposely that it's very minimalist, and it helps make that fucking leg lamp that he gets right here stand out. Because I actually felt like I was maybe gonna get dunked on a little bit for being like, I like that the movie doesn't try to do too much with daily life. It makes the season feel more special that it's happening. It's really effective. But like the way he does the leg lamp and the fire that happens, like Christmas Vacation maybe borrows a little from this, and him needing to see the leg lamp from the street.
What's funny is like in watching it this time, he's like blinded by the fact that it's a pervert lamp. Like it's not even about the fact that it's a woman's leg lamp. To him, it's just a representation of like winning.
He
something.
won.
Yeah.
It's an award. And the way that Ralphie, when they're outside and Darren McGavin's like, I won, it's a major award. I said, and the neighbors are all impressed and people are stopping. Like, it's obviously doing its job. Like, you wish that you owned this place and it was like a bar and lounge or whatever.
Yeah.
And Ralphie just keeps rubbing it. Like,
Upwards?
Then a genie's gonna pop out.
I think what stuck out the most to me in this scene was how many outlets were plugged in. Because
so funny.
I mean, to me, it's crazy. I think I'm hypersensitive that in my own house. Like I unplug everything before I leave on a vacation, or I make sure, I unplug the extension cords. But so many people plug in 10 things in one place, and it drives me crazy.
I mean, talk about a fire hazard. Shut it down. This place is either going to burn down, or you're going to die of asbestos poisoning,
health hazards, fire hazards.
It's everywhere.
Potential. Is this a CPS situation? Is that kid being forced to act like a pig?
Is that a thing?
Threats?
Is this a thing? Is this a thing?
Be a piggy, Derek. That's from Zoolander. Act like a monkey, Derek. This is where I get thrown. Believe it or not, Peter Billingsley, Ralphie is like obsessed with Little Orphan Annie. it becomes suddenly about like this decoder ring or whatever, and like not about the BB gun. And so like I'm kind of thrown by that, but then immediately thrown back into the like, oh, I have a chance to get this BB gun if I write this theme
I think
paper well.
every little side quest is ultimately a goal for the BB gun, I think. Right? Like the decoder ring is a goal, like ultimately the ultimate goal of that is the BB gun.
I don't really know. I mean, how I saw it is like kids get fixated on things.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
they're advertising all of these different toys from that time period and determination. You see his determination because he's doing everything for this.
Yeah. I mean, and that is, kids do get fixated. And I was definitely one of those kids who got uber fixated on weird shit. you
Oh
know?
yeah, absolutely.
So I actually connected more in watching it this time to Ralphie than I think I did when I was a kid because of the nostalgia part of it.
Well, isn't there a level of, I don't know if you're a person, Taylor, that makes mind pictures or has inner monologues or dialogues or any of these things, but when Ralphie gets the assignment for the theme paper and it's back to the BB gun,
Yeah.
and he goes into another daydream, and it's about the teacher being like, Ralphie, life was a shamble before you. This theme paper,
A
plus.
I love
Like,
that
I love
she's
that
she's writing pluses on the wall.
like all the way like chalkboard around him, and
The kids are all like celebrating, and that is definitely the kind of shit I did in my head where I'm like, I'm gonna get to school and I'm gonna show them this thing and I'm gonna be the coolest kid in school.
Yeah, the ultimate reward is to be loved.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it never happened.
He requested it. He deserved it or whatever. He
Yeah,
manifested it. Yeah. Demanded.
Well, and if anything, that teacher was just annoyed by him every time he went into that classroom.
Yeah.
That teacher needed to quit her job, I think. She seemed unhappy.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. She's got tenure though, probably. So
Probably does.
She stuck it through.
I do you guys, when you watch like classic movies like this, or like in the 40s or 50s, when people are dressed in suits and dresses, and do you miss that? Do you wish that was still a thing?
Absolutely. I think that's why I appreciate this movie so much, because I do wish there were a lot of these aspects still alive, like the toys instead of the cell phones, and you wear the same, shirt, or you have two shirts. I don't know, minimalizing everything.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I think there's so much excess like involved with the season, like in general, and like this collection of objects and whatnot. And there was a level of, even when you were going out to go Christmas tree shopping or whatever, there was a level of like decorum or like being part of the societal fabric. We live in a society. It's Gore-Tex. It's taken seriously. Like there's a level of like, I may end up having an interaction with someone about negotiating for the price of a tree, and I don't want to look like a fucking schlub.
Well,
like,
yeah. Well, and also like going to the department store was an event.
right.
And so like even in watching it this time, when they leave the house, it's probably only like 4:30 p.m., but it's pitch black, just like we get here. And like,
Right now.
for me, when it's that dark and I'm home, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go anywhere. Like the day is over. Shut it down. Get in your pajamas. Go to bed.
Yeah, bake up the stoner pie.
It's over.
Yeah.
To get a whole family to get out of that house in the pitch black, in the cold, I was like, oh, absolutely not. Stay home. But yeah, it's a whole event. They're going to get their tea, and
I'm 100% here for it.
yeah,
That's what I love too.
yeah.
They're horribly singing Jingle Bells on the way home. They're all the way into this thing. They've got the deal on the tree and everything, and they get the flat. And this is the two moments that I enjoy the most are the fantasizing moment about the teacher's reaction to, and the dialogue in that is so great. Her performance is so great. But when Peter Billingsley says, "Oh, about the flat tire," and he goes, "But I didn't say that." There's a conscious choice by the narrator to use certain language.
Keep that PG rating, baby.
But like that he said "fuck" and that the dad, the way it hits him, and Did anybody else feel like there was a level of like at the very last quarter of a second that there's a level of pride on Darren McGavin's face? Like, oh,
Oh
Taylor's
yeah.
nodding. Okay.
I think so. I think for a kid to have the courage to say it in front of their father while they're changing a tire.
I mean, my dad, I feel like if there was a word you asked me what my dad said the most, it's fuck. And I've heard my dad say fuck so many times in my life since I was a child. So, yeah, dad crash outs.
I think that the dad sees himself in the son in this moment that he's preparing. The mom kind of giving him the like, all right, go and help. Kind of the unsung hero so far, at least from me, is the actress who plays the mom.
Too great.
Melinda Dillon does a great job. Darren McGavin, holy shit.
I think their relationship is well done too. Like, but I love because my dad used to tell me that his mom, my grandma, would wash his mouth out with soap, and I always thought he was joking or like being facetious. You had that,
or how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten the threats, but it never happened, and I've always been curious. Actually, how does one wash out a mouth soap?
With soap, you just stick a bar of soap in there. Apparently,
it's not really washing it; it's just sticking soap in your mouth. You know?
Yeah.
Boy, how much do we share on this? Do we call CTS now?
I don't know. Is this therapy?
The best way to wash that taste out of your mouth is a stoner pie. But yeah, dude, washed out with the soap and the wooden spoon and the like. People saw this movie a lot and were like, "That's what you do."
But I think that was like I think in the 50s, I think that's how people parented. Because my dad grew up in the 50s, and this is literally what he told me: is get a bar of soap in the mouth.
I feel so bad for Schwartz though. After Ralphie gets the bar of soap in the mouth, and mom asks him, "Where'd you hear it from?" And the narrator even says, "Dad." Dad says it 100 times a day.
Yeah.
And then he throws Schwartz under the bus. And maybe he did hear it from Schwartz at some point, and there's some honesty to it. But also, like, you're a fucking coward. You got that kid. He got his ass beat because of you.
And it just gets
just say it was your fucking dad.
And the mom's decibel of which she says what 10 times on the phone like lives in my mind.
Oh yeah,
you can hear that.
It was so perfect.
Belted. Oh, I just feel so bad for him. I find the blind fantasy thing like not funny. He even says they hit me hard enough to strike me blind.
Yeah,
and it's like played for laughs. And there's a level of this kid wearing glasses and like I'm blind. That's fun, but there's a level of the soap thing and that some of this is just like, fuck, I'm so glad this is a bygone era.
Yeah. Well, and the dad even says, I told you shouldn't have given him so-and-so soap, which I meant to look that up because I don't know what soap they're referring to, but I imagine it has something in it that they like stopped making.
Asbestos.
Yeah.
And he gets soap poisoning is part of it from this. Soap.
I think that's the daydream that I block out or just forgot about because I think there's just parts of the movie in the middle where I feel like we start to get bogged down in these little side quests. You're right.
Yeah.
It's like, but again, when you come back to it as a memory player, a slice of life.
When I come back to it as a Christmas story, we have to go through these, like the gifts for the teacher. And I get in terms of this kid, like he has multiple obsessions. He likes different stuff and he's going to fucking tell us about it. Or the narrator's going to tell us about what he thought about it.
Yeah.
And he's going to keep getting in trouble and that might not get him his BB gun.
All the kids in Springfield are SOB.
I never feel he's at risk of getting anything and everything he wants.
But there's never any indication that he would get it either.
I think
because everybody tells him he's going to shoot his eye out.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is also hard now for me to not think of the movie and know that he gets it.
Sure.
It's like I can't think of Star Wars and not think of Vader as Luke's dad. It's just like
in what now?
Star Wars?
Who is who?
Paul's having a senior moment.
But if you're watching it for the first time as a 10-year-old, you never know if he's going to get that gun.
Yeah. And I think that like in the similar way to how bad we all wanted some Christmas present at some point, my little sister famously wanted an Easy Bake Oven one year.
Sure.
And we opened all of our presents, no Easy Bake Oven. And she's just sitting there like, but I wanted an easy bake oven.
All the kids in
And
Springfield
then
are
they're
SOBs.
like, well, look in the kitchen. And like, they didn't wrap it because it was so big. And so she goes in the kitchen and just freaks out. So I think like when you think about it in the context of a 10-year-old kid I see what you're saying though. It is like story-wise, you assume that it's going to happen because if it doesn't happen, what the fuck is the point of this movie?
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
To a degree. Like it's a little bit thick with the nostalgia and the happy and the sugar. But it's part of the season. That's part of how it's ingrained itself in the culture.
Yeah.
Is that it's such a perfect encapsulation of kind of the feeling of the season. And I want to mention this movie 8-Bit Christmas again.
Oh, yeah.
It's a newer movie, but it makes the viewer deal with the reality that not everybody fucking gets what they want. And that's okay. Like, that's hard. It can be difficult or what.
You don't always get what you want. But if you try
Not everyone gets a
sometimes-
prize either.
You get what you need.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but not everybody gets that. And I like that aspect of that storytelling from that movie. And in terms of this movie,
But do you get that movie without this movie?
no, and that's the thing is that I want to try to give proper credit to this movie as much as I liked tweaks in movies that have pepperings of this movie in it. I like a lot of the tweaks that have been made in a lot of what I've seen. And I just find myself questioning in terms of this kid. It's like you wanna be a punk fucking rabble rousing fucking little orphan Annie foster kid decoder pen, or do you want a BB gun? Like, what do you want? He's so jazzed about this. And the whole thing that this decoder thing that has thrown me off the gun, it ends up being an ad for Ovaltine. And the tin is round, the mug is round.
But have you ever
just call it Roundtine?
Have you ever been fooled by? It's interesting because as someone who works in education now, I feel like there's this level of connecting to kid logic a little bit, and like the kid logic of Ralphie is really actually well paced and like feels real in terms of like how they create all these different. Yeah, he zigzags to random things because he's got kid logic and he thinks it's gonna work out for him, but it is and it isn't.
And everybody likes a surprise too, especially kids, like to be focused on something, to solve this problem or to turn this thing in and you get this. Like I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff too.
He doesn't want a football though. We know he doesn't want a football.
No.
That's the one thing he really doesn't want. The thing that the dad wanted that was making him proudest through this movie and everything, though, gets the lamp, the pervert lamp, gets broken.
In quotations.
He thinks his wife is jealous.
You've always been jealous.
I think she just wants to get rid of it. I think she just broke it.
Well, yeah, she said she was just watering the plants and it just fell, right?
Yeah. It's like embarrassing.
And he's trying to glue it together. And by the way, this is also what I think that how reliable is the memory? How reliable is the narrator? Did dad bury that fucking thing in the yard?
And next to his garage.
Divorce this man. This man is insane.
I do love the practical of him gluing it back together and then trying to put the lamp back on top and it just crumbling. I was like, oh, I wonder how they got that to happen. That was like, because it looks like it's put together. It was good. But yeah, I agree that some of it might be skewed from the kid's perspective.
Yeah.
But we get rid of the lamp and I think at this point in the movie, no offense, but I was like, I'm just trying to get to Christmas morning. Yeah. I just feel like at this point, I'm just like, okay, we just need to get there. And maybe that's part of what the movie is doing, is it wants you to feel the exhaustion of
Christmas,
of the holiday. Yeah.
Yeah. The few days leading up to the day of when all this stuff goes down. And now like all the bullying stuff with Scut and Toad is starting to come to a head as Flick gets bullied after he does what he's told. They're like, come here so we can fucking beat you up.
Yeah.
And they do. And this movie goes full like Wicked 3 with the Wicked Witch of the West shit when he gets the C+ and somehow everybody else's fault. And
there's a whole Wicked story or a whole Wizard of Oz storyline in this movie.
MGM.
And the mother's there too. The mother's in the classroom.
Yeah.
Right? In red.
Yep. into like a jester.
Yeah, I was
I
confused
don't
by that.
understand that character.
I don't remember that part of Wizard.
And
Like a Harley Quinn situation.
it kind of looks like her.
Yeah.
There's a line that I would have thought was from one of Flick's movies that's actually from Scott Farkas in this movie. Listen, jerk, when I tell you to come, you better come.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I don't think that's in this movie.
No.
Scott Farkas says that
Oh.
to Peter Billingsley. And then Peter Billingsley beats the shit out of him.
I would beat someone up too if they said that.
Well, and I think the mother was a little bit proud too. Like there was a moment of when he says fuck, and then there's a moment of when he like sticks up for himself. And both parents they're annoyed for sure because they don't want that. I think part of them is proud.
I think, yeah, because he seems not like a pushover, but he does seem like he's maybe a wallflower kind of kid at the beginning, or, you know.
Mousy, even.
Yeah. And maybe like kind of what the movie's doing, and it's like he's coming into his own a little bit. And that's why his father feels like he can be responsible enough to have a BB gun, which I think is another, just to jump ahead, the fact that like he gets the BB gun for like 5 minutes and does almost shoot out his eye is a really funny resolution to this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
That everyone was right. And does he ever play with it again? You know, it's like that thing you give a kid and they're like, this is great, and they play with it on Christmas, and then they're like, I don't know.
Hey, that's true. I didn't even think of that, but you're totally right. But also he wants to cover it up that it happened in the first place. So he could try it again.
But maybe, or is he scared? Yeah, I mean, he might try it again, but also like, doesn't matter. He got it, right?
Yeah. That was the accomplishment, is getting it.
And then there's a whole storyline with the turkey, and the dad's obsessed with the turkey, and the dogs that eat the turkey. It's clearly a fake turkey at some point, and then it's a real turkey really quickly, and all the turkey's gone. How did the dogs get in? Did they leave the door open?
They did. Yeah,
Okay.
because Ralphie
left it open.
shot it. He left it open. And I think where I laughed out loud the hardest is when the mother was yelling at the father and says, "You're going to get worms. Stay out of the turkey."
Yeah, because it's not done.
That was so funny.
Also, who takes a turkey out with an hour and a half left to cook it and just sits it on a dining room table?
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Shut it down.
It needs foil
Health
on it.
violations.
Like, to get that brownish look on it, you got to be coating that thing with butter, put that foil back on top, brine that sucker.
Maybe turn the oven down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But also, who loves turkey? Like, turkey is...
Oh, I do too. I would have it more often if it weren't such a huge pain to actually make.
Another time. Maybe you guys should have like a cooking podcast next.
We do talk about what we cook.
Talk about cooking.
What have you been cooking?
What you been cooking?
Sorry, I like put the car into like overdrive and got towards the end just because felt like we were getting bogged down by a few. But I want to go back to the department store real quick.
The third act feels really long to me, quite long, because it feels like it starts like after Peter Billingsley like beats up Scott and they go to the department store. It's like yeah.
Were you ever afraid of Santa Claus?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I know I am now. Like, they do freak me out now. Just like the Easter Bunny. I don't want any kids sitting on their laps.
I have a question, Taylor.
Who sits on the Easter Bunny's lap?
No, that I had my photo
malls.
taken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They don't. Malls don't necessarily exist anymore, but you know,
have you seen those like terrifying Easter Bunny photos through time of like really bad Easter Bunny costumes?
This movie made me want to watch Donnie Darko.
Is that a thing?
That movie? Yeah.
No, but like Santa Claus being
Cellar Door.
I definitely remember as a kid waiting in line at the mall and seeing Santa Claus and being scared.
Yeah.
The poop cue for Santa was untenable. You're breaking for the act. Like, no way are you going to make that line was even as quickly as they were moving through kids. That was insane.
The kid with the goggles that's just like looking at him with the smile. I like Santa.
I like the Tin Man.
I like the Tin Man.
Okay. Great. Taylor, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Will you play the Santa game later in life with your children?
Have them sit on Santa's lap and get a photo?
will you
Or say Santa's coming.
say, Santa, that's not a thing, actually. I'm Santa. Don't tell any other children that. I work really, really hard. So I'm Santa. No one else needs to know.
You know, I don't think I'll plant the seed. But I also don't want to be the cause of breaking other children's hearts when my kid goes, that's not real at school, you know?
Yeah.
So I haven't really gotten that far, but I do know that, you know, come Christmas, I don't want 1,000 toys that take batteries and, you know, nearly break your feet.
And they don't play with ever again.
And they don't play with ever again. The exciting part is opening them. I want a savings account for that child. I'm
always the
super boring. And obviously there will be some fun stuff, but
Like socks.
Yeah,
but the majority should be a savings account, you know?
I just want socks and underwear now.
I want socks and savings. That's what I want.
I know.
I want 6-packs, 12-packs of socks.
And some money.
Things that I didn't give a shit about. Or when I would receive money instead of it's like, you didn't shop for me? Yeah, but I'm like 17 and everything's fucking dumb. And you didn't shop for me?
I know. Yeah, I'm at the point now where like people ask what I want for Christmas. I'm like, it doesn't really matter. Just,
Nothing.
A nice card.
Send a card.
Yeah, is nice. That's fine.
Some nice words.
Send a fucking email.
Yeah. Just asking me is nice. Like, that's nice. You don't need to give me anything. It's so sweet of you.
Yeah.
This, by the way, is when the movie starts to really hit me with some of the style choices and lighting choices.
The way that the shoot Santa when it goes in the first person and is like it's kind of got like it's not even fisheye lens, but like his face looks kind of distorted. It's like big and like he does look scary. Like, and the way that I think that this is a moment where it's definitely kid lens, where they're like the elf is like, you're holding up the line, kid. Like he's acting very over the top. And I think that's definitely Ralphie's perspective of how it's actually going.
That would be mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they were cranking through kids that quickly.
Come on, kid.
By the time, you know, Ralphie's forgetting what to say, it's like, I know kids cry. We all have known that kids cry when they meet Santa now. I feel like when you hit a certain generation, it's just a thing that you're like, yeah, kids do this. Maybe in the 80s when you saw this, it was like, oh yeah, kids do that. That's really funny. But now you watch it and you're like, yeah, everybody knows that all kids basically fall apart and they can't handle it because this is a bizarre stranger.
Or you get
them.
Bad Santa and they just
they
just pee on. Have you seen Bad Santa, Taylor?
No, I haven't.
Oh. That's another one that I like to go back to on Christmas.
All the kids in Springfield are SOBs.
Speaking of kids sitting on laps and peeing on them.
But I did book an actor on a company event party for Christmas, and he was supposed to be Bad Santa. So he was
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, he was walking around the party being inappropriate and funny, and he was hired to be Bad Santa.
I had a pitch for anyone out there who has money. If you have access to the IP of Bad Santa and think of a series like a HBO or Amazon series starring Walton Goggins, young Bad Santa, young as a younger Billy Bob Thornton.
That could land.
He's a fantastic choice.
Right?
That could land, man.
I think that's a thing.
Yeah, I think that could be a thing.
I take 5%.
That's it?
That's low.
J.J. Abrams, I mean,
I'm giving this out for free right now.
Yeah, it took him a while to get to, that Lost and Alias money. Ralphie forgetting to say anything, and then Peter Billingsley like climbing up that slide, and that iconic like angle of him and those crazy blue eyes, and saying what he wants. Like this, like it's like his moment of heroism in the movie where he's now beat up Scott Farkas, and
I'm gonna take what I want.
I'm gonna get what I want, and then Santa pushing him in the face.
You'll shoot your eye out.
You'll shoot your eye out.
He just sits there in the bottom of the slide.
He kicks him down there.
Yeah. This is a time too where the parents just are letting their kids wander around the store and then just go find them again.
America's Most Wanted. That wasn't on TV yet.
It was happening. It just wasn't on TV yet.
It was happening, but people weren't like conscious of it.
Yeah. The thing that I always think about Christmas, because for me as a child, my Christmases were a lot of moving around. because my parents were divorced, so we had to have Christmas at both houses. And then my grandparents had a Christmas afternoon evening thing. And so we went from one parent's house to the next parent's house to the grandparents' house. Watching this, like thinking about like, oh, this family just like is just going to be together here and like have a dinner together.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's wholesome. I like how slow their morning is.
I have a question. Is there a moment of the movie before it actually happens, knowing whatever that he's going to get the BB gun, that you feel like an actor has made a decision and or a writer has made a decision that this is going to happen, that like you're getting a clue that this is happening for him?
Right before it happens too, like before the dad says it, says,
yeah,
when they're leaving the department store and
and
he says, you tell Santa you've been a good boy. Don't worry. He knows. He always knows, kind of inferring almost to the mom that like me being Santa, and that they've put the BB gun in the car, or he's put the BB gun in the car or whatever. At this point, decided he's going to come get it.
I mean, it wasn't a they purchase either. Like the father makes it known. And the mother also like is surprised and doesn't fight it. Wouldn't probably at that time you wouldn't argue with your husband anyways, but
sure.
You know.
Yeah,
I think that was probably it. That was the moment.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it actually until the morning was when I really thought about it. I was like, oh, did you get everything you wanted? Oh yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, you don't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes.
I must be on Broadway.
You go home and there's a Nintendo 64 where I got Christmas Story.
But did you get worms? Did you get worms?
I got a pet store. It's called I Got Worms.
From a stoner pie?
Specialized in worms.
Was it a raw turkey stoner pie?
You better believe it.
You betcha.
The thing, it's almost like they redo it in Christmas Vacation, like the issues with him overusing the power and having to, he can change a fuse faster than whatever was the...
That was the back of the day where you had the giant fuse tubes and you had to like take them out and put in a new one.
Yeah. So apparently he was somewhat capable.
Yeah.
With this kind of shit for around the house. I guess Taylor, I need you to explain this to me. When he wakes up on Christmas morning, I was like, oh, this is like every other morning. It's always sunny. Good show.
In Philadelphia?
It's always snowy in Indiana. Like this whole movie, it's been snowy and icy. Is it?
There's a little bit more. It's fluffier because it's Christmas morning. You know, and honestly, I kind of reminded me that I probably won't have another snowy Christmas because I'm back in Oregon and it doesn't usually snow here where it did in Utah every winter.
It's rare in the Northwest, in the Portland area for certain.
My dad, I'd say maybe we get a snowy Christmas every 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, every
6 or 7.
Yeah.
My name is Julius.
In Portland proper, on actual Christmas, it's I think.
Oh sure, but that's like they're at water level.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty low.
It's definitely lower than Salt Lake City, Utah. But I'll say like it usually snows before Christmas in Salt Lake and after, but on Christmas morning, there's nothing like a nice powdery snow. And it does look different than before and after Christmas. I get it.
In Seattle, I feel like more often than not, Christmas is usually a crisp, sunny day. I feel like more often than not. And there are rainy Christmases for sure, you know.
You know, it's fucking terrible. 91 degree Christmas
in Los Angeles, California. Yeah, it's awful.
Fucking awful. Ralphie gets socks, winter. And
great socks too. Like
great, nice gray Argyle.
Yeah.
A bunny pajamas.
They make him go S Darko. Like, no, go put it on. Put it on. Make him do it.
Oh, he looks so cute. Yeah,
well, but he's certainly warm.
Yeah. I like the dads that are like, do you like wearing that? Are you happy wearing it? No, he's not. Like, I love that the dad's reaction to that.
This is where I think Darren McGavin's performance really like ascendant.
Yeah.
Where it almost like he put the movie on his back though and like goes all the way, where he is so great in terms of the bunny thing and so great in terms of you get everything you wanted, and the way he kind of explains away the BB gun thing.
Yeah.
I also like how they showed what the dad got for Christmas, but never the mother.
Oh, yeah.
What? Oh.
She opened a present, but we never saw it.
Right.
But then he opened a can of something, and then he got
And he
that
gets a
blue
bowling
bowling
ball.
ball.
Yeah.
He says a blue ball because she drops it on his crouch, and then
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of gets like pushed into the servant role a lot of the times when she's trying to sit down and eat and they keep asking for stuff. But yeah, I mean,
which Ralphie even points out is like, I feel bad for my mother. I don't think she had a warm meal until like we left the house. Like, there's a level of acknowledgement with that. And I think that's the thing is the movie we've talked about starts to like slow down is after she's like, yeah, Ralphie got in a fight. He's a real fucking G. Like that was kind of the mountaintop for that character. And that was as far as it was going to go. The Red Ryder BB gun thing and the immediate shooting of the eye, like that's nice as an audience to not have to wait for that for a fucking moment. First thing he does, he goes outside and almost shoots his eye out, and his 4 eyes glasses. Save it.
I think like then this is where I think maybe one of my problems is like
lie.
Well, it's not even so much that, it's that the movie is still going. And I think that like the main drive to me has been resolved, but now it's about the dinner and then and that gets destroyed and then they go out to this pretty racist Asian restaurant. But I think that like had we gotten more of the talking about like Christmas dinner, mom always looked forward to making that, like it was so important to her, like this build up to that. In a similar way, because Christmas Vacation does that, where they build up the dinner and like how important it is to impress everyone. Like
I can relate to that on a personal level because when you are honestly, when you're cooking something that you've never cooked or you're cooking something elaborate, the biggest fear is that it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And in movies, it inevitably something always happens.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the Bumpus's dogs are back. The movie does this a lot. Like, hey, remember this? About toys, about the dogs, about the bullies, about, hey, remember? The fourth wall break that Ralphie does in the movie in the bathroom after his glasses break too.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're kind of a little shit.
I'm this century's Dennis the Menace.
I mean, but he's a kid. I feel like he's not a bad kid.
Not at all. Look,
he's just a kid.
He's just you're kind of a little shit. Like, you've got kind of a sweet life. Like, what do you have to worry about or whatnot? You beat that kid's ass now. It's all good. But I like that Turkey's gone, but they go to bowling restaurant.
Chinese
food, which is open on Christmas normally.
I think they are too. I think that is a normal thing.
And they end up at the bowling alley, as the dad foreshadowed. And they have a Christmas duck.
My friend Joe, who is Jewish, would always go out to Chinese food on Christmas.
There you go.
Him and his family.
Yeah. A lot of places, busiest day of the year.
As we're gearing.
That's what I'm doing this Christmas.
Oh,
good for you. Where are you going?
I'm going back home down to Southern Oregon, and I'm going to spend Christmas with my grandmother.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
And so we're going to do Chinese and watch silly movies in our Christmas pajamas.
That's delightful.
I'm so excited for it.
As well you should be.
Okay. But as we're at the end here, I just want to say, guest of this program, Liz Ellis, has a very funny review of this movie.
Okay.
That says, the boomer wasp urge to emphasize the supposed universality of all your experiences.
That's so good. That's really good.
Yeah.
I think
that's really good. What did she rate it?
You don't even know. You can figure it out. You can figure it out.
Pretty good idea.
Okay, so we're at the end, Taylor.
So I need to figure out what they rate it.
But the movie should have ended like right there at the Chinese restaurant. And they even have a moment, and it's like, but the movie just, again, Christmas Story, it doesn't end till Christmas is over.
Yeah.
And so it goes from the restaurant to the house, and there's more narration, and it just keeps going until he goes to bed with the gun. And then the movie's finally over.
Sugar Plum Fairies.
But not after he's going to sleep with the gun. It also shows his brother going to sleep with a blimp. Is that what that is?
With the Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
No ticket.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he wanted a blimp.
I didn't need it. He got it though, and he was thrilled.
Yeah.
Find me Bone Storm or go to hell.
We're at the end. Taylor, has your rating. Actually, let's see. You choose. Who would you like to go first? Who would you like to share their rating first? Me, Paul, or you?
Let's go, you, Ben.
Okay. Here's the thing. I feel like I've done a lot of talking about the things I like about this movie. And I do feel and agree with some of the things you're saying, Paul, as well, and the dragging of the narrative and some of the voiceovers rough. And I think ultimately, I think it's a 3 dad crash outs for me. It's a 3 dad crash outs because it is a perfectly fine slice of life movie that will go on for the rest of cinematic history, and has a big part and carries a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people. And I think that it all comes down to the kid logic, this kid obsession, and I think that is really strong in the movie. And it's done better as time goes on, in certain things, but Night of the Living Dead was the first zombie movie, and there are movies that do it better than that, but that's still a cinematic masterpiece in some ways, right? It kind of like starts that. So anyway, yeah, I'll go with 3 dad crash outs.
So you bumped it up 0.5.
I did, yeah.
Taylor, you or I?
You.
I think a couple of the things that I had said just bother me. The two of you were kind of like, dude, chill the fuck out. Like, that's with some of it that made a good amount of sense. I don't think it's the movie's fault or anybody else's fault other than Ted Turner. I'm mad at you, Ted Turner, TBS and TNT, the super stations.
I don't know, hold those.
Shut down.
Too much.
I've had too much of this overall, and so I think it had me look at it from a slightly unfair
It's like too much donor pie.
position.
You can't have too much.
Right. I'm going to bump it up to a 2.5. I agree with a lot of Liz's very short and very accurate review. But I also think that, I don't know, this movie has a lot to fucking offer. And I think that the Monster Squad and the Goonies and the Sandlot, which as a film is probably, to me, the perfect way to execute this type of story.
Sure.
But not getting too, over the fence with that or whatnot. This is a movie that, especially Taylor, like what you're saying, with people that are like, yeah, this is like ingrained in me, is it's kind of ingrained in the culture, and it kind of deserves to be there.
Yeah.
I think I kept coming back to the like, yeah, everything about this just oozes the season. I don't know what the secret of it is, but it is
secret of the season ooze.
Right. It's very effective, and it pulled me in a few times, and a lot of the visuals are funny and really stunning at times, especially I've seen Black Christmas, for those who haven't, and that was a movie that was made on $1 and a Dream as well, and this director has a really crazy filmography.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He knows some fucking visuals, that's for certain.
He knows the ooze of the season.
He sure does. Taylor, you can't avoid it forever.
Oh no, I was just curious because yours were much lower than I thought they would be, and I assumed mine would be higher because of the history and because of my own personal rating system. I tend to be higher on most things, but I'm gonna stick true to 4.5, and we'll call them seasonal oozes. The movie does it for me. A lot of that probably has to do with my childhood and even some of my adulthood, because it's still on regularly. But after watching it from beginning to end and remembering certain parts of it that, my family connected on, or even just things that I kind of wish I was raised in that time period, to have more closeness than what we have now, which is just a lot of distance. It's a movie that I'll keep going back to.
And I think you should.
You bring up a lot of the practicality of a time before screens. And even though the kid, the dad is like in his head in the newspaper, that still feels like, and that's how I grew up too, is like my grandpa with a crossword. There wasn't a tablet, there wasn't a phone.
And the dad wasn't super engaging, but he was engaged.
He was present.
Yeah.
And the kids were present with each other. The kids were present, like.
I just super agree with what Liz had said. And one of the things that I had said, where it's like, for some of us, like whatever you're trying to get across here, that ain't it. That's not what it was for me. I can't relate to this.
Yeah.
And I think the movie relies on that at times, that it's not effective with me, and sometimes it relies on that.
We get it.
We
get it all. You're a Grinch.
Yeah.
Did your heart grow?
To the joy and stoner pies.
Did your heart grow a little bit today?
It did. At least 0.5, right?
Yeah.
I think everything that Taylor is saying and feeling, and I said this to Rachel about Shop Around the Corner as well, and we got into a deep conversation about it, where it's like, it's really hard to be critical of my own feelings or anyone else's feelings about like holiday movies, like specifically.
Yes, 100%. I mean, I still like the Santa Claus.
Talk about full CPS, yeah.
Also, Scott Calvin, 38 years old. In case you weren't aware, it says it on his license plate. He is 38 years old. Taylor, thank you for bringing this movie to us for our holiday helping. I'm sorry we were lower in our ratings than you had expected, but I hope you enjoyed the conversation.
I did very much. And you guys also opened my eyes to some things. So yeah, it's mutually beneficial, I think.
I talked to these two assholes who were critical about A Christmas Story. They broke it down by story. What the fuck? What's wrong?
Well, but here's the thing. I don't think you're the only ones. I think there's a lot of people that feel like certain scenes are not appropriate, and
yeah. Well, is there anything else you would like to say, plug, do, tell any of our elves before we get out of here?
I don't think so.
Great.
Is there something I should say?
No.
No.
Just want to say you're the best, and you make the best stoner pies.
You shall see soon.
I certainly hope so. Our bookend themes are Jamie Henwood, What You Been Doing, and What Are You Watching are from Matthew Fosket. Fun Facts is Chris Olds, and interstitials are by the gentleman to my... Yeah, he's real.
I'm not
to my
good.
right, Benjamin McFadden. Hey, everybody, happy holidays, listeners, and also people that I'm here talking about.
Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Ho, ho, ho.
Hi, everyone. This is JJ, the co-founder of Good Pods. If you haven't heard of it yet, Good Pods is like Goodreads or Instagram, but for podcasts. It's new, it's social, it's different, and it's growing really fast. There are more than 2 million podcasts, and we know that it is impossible to figure out what to listen to. On Good Pods, you follow your friends and podcasters to see what they like. That is the #1 way to discover new shows and episodes. You can find Good Pods on the web or download the app. Happy listening.